Hey y'all, I'm so sorry I'm 14 minutes late. I'm really sorry. I ended up having to work a little bit late. And so then me trying to get ready for this live just did not happen. So if you're coming in, you're welcome. So sorry I'm late. I'm just gonna put the countdown and give you guys some time to get in. Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm so sorry. Like I was saying that I'm doing this a little bit late. I was meant to go live yesterday, but I did put it in the community post feed, whatever, just to tell you guys that I wasn't at home, so I would not be able to join live. Um, so sorry again for being late this evening. Life was just lifing, so sorry about that. Okay, so today we're going to do a review of Ready to Love, season 10, episode 2. No, 3. Right. What I want to do actually to make it a little bit more interesting is I'm going to share my screen and show you guys some clips, and then we're going to talk about it together. So please hit that like button as you guys come in. Please hit that like button as you come in. Thank you very much. Okay, so let me share my screen and then we'll go through the clips and then we'll talk about it. Now, first of all, shout out to OMFG Reality TV because that is where all of the clips are coming from today. Okay, so just bear in mind, I would be pausing it in between. We're going to be discussing. So I'll pause it as much as I can in between because I also know it's on Instagram. So, but yeah, let's watch it together and let's talk about it together.
I've been working on myself. Like my last relationship was 4 years ago.
Okay, first things first, can you guys actually hear me? Put a 1 in the chat because I was just thinking I had been talking. I don't know if you guys can actually hear me. So put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Whoever it is listening, I know I'm still waiting for some of you guys to get in, but put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me before we continue today. Thank you. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Yeah, please put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Because I'm just like, yeah. 1 in the chat, 1 in the chats. I hear you loud and clear. Put a 1 in the chat. Okay. Okay. Am I coming through loud and clear? Put a 1 in the chat. Okay, let's go. All right, let's go. Okay, so I'm going to play the clip for you guys. And then we can get into it. Okay.
So I've like processed that. I have a great job. What about you?
Yeah, it's time to settle down. I'm very serious. I want to build like an empire. So I'm very intentional.
I don't know. Is it just me or these two people are just alike? It gives ads. Like, and I don't want to be rude or anything, but the vibe is really giving me like ads, like people that don't really have much substance to them. I don't want to be that person that is saying that, but it's given they're both a little bit, yeah, up in the air. That's just
So, what do you usually get into for hobby wise?
It's gonna sound cliche, right? I work out. You know what I mean? Like I'm very simple. I get up, do my cardio, work out, go to work.
I feel like the good thing about this connection is they both look like they work out. They both look like they be in the gym, pushing the weight, pumping the weight, doing their thing. So I'm absolutely here for it because I'm just like, all right, do your thing. Yeah, you better work out. You better work out. But yeah, I do. You guys know how I feel about him. I say he's very attractive now. I think he's a walking red flag, but he is attractive. Let's keep watching.
So when you do cardio, what you do? What you do?
See, I'm a lazy cardio, like so I'll be on an old man bike, like.
Honestly, I don't blame him because sometimes I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I personally be hating cardio. Sometimes the cardio just be on a madness. Like who has time for that? Like, yeah, cardio is just unnecessary. Well, it's not unnecessary. You know what I mean? I just don't like cardio. So I'm with him on that one. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. So sorry for being late. But yeah, please hit that like button as you guys come in. Thank you.
I don't care.
Okay. So at the first mixer, my connection was strongest with Eddie. But Cisco does have that alpha presence, yes, but he also has a funny side to him, which is good. I was like, all right, that's something that we both have in common.
What do you do, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a firefighter.
He looks
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
He looks genuinely shocked when she said she was a firefighter. I think sometimes like you can tell like people that are genuinely shocked to hear that she's a firefighter. Cause like he genuinely looks like, what? Like, you mean you are a firefighter? But yeah, like I kind of wonder, like, is it a thing? Like, why is that so shocking? Is it like unusual? I guess maybe it's unusual for women to be firefighters. If I'm being honest, like I haven't really encountered or I don't know any woman that is a firefighter, at least in my vicinity or like in my group of friends. Nobody I know that is a firefighter. So yeah, I think that's interesting. Maybe that's what it is. Who knows? Hit that like button as you guys come in. Please hit that like button. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm an adrenaline junkie kind of, so I like excitement. I like something new every day, and I like challenges.
You don't really hear too many women taking dangerous jobs like that.
Yeah, he ain't wrong. He's not wrong. He looks genuinely like, you know, like when a kid notices candy in the candy store, that's what he looks like. He looks like, oh, she's Candy. I've never met a woman who was a firefighter. So yeah, I feel him on that one.
And just, you know, her aura just gives off like strength. And I'm like, man, together we probably be a power couple out here. Listen.
Okay. All right. So it sounds like, you know, he's loving the fact that she's physically strong. And also she must be mentally strong to actually be able to to be a firefighter. Like it requires a lot of, I'm sure, mental fortitude and, you know, physical strength as well. So she definitely looks the part, I will say. But then I personally feel like when I think about the fact that he has multiple children, that gives me cause for pause, I think. Unless I've completely misunderstood the fact that he has multiple children. So if I'm wrong, you guys, please keep me correct in the chat. Because I personally do not feel, yeah, like I remember when he was talking to, I believe it was Tay, and he was talking about his previous relationship. And then he made a comment about, so he made a comment about his last relationship and how the woman was insecure, only to find out that he had cheated before. Like for me, I absolutely hate that that is even a thing. So of course, even though I think they look physically good together, I feel like this woman absolutely deserves a man that is not out here talking about women or a particular woman is insecure when he in fact was the one that has cheated in the past. So anyway, let's keep watching.
The second you said fitness, health.
Yeah.
My attention is right here.
We listen. We here.
There we go.
Yeah, we here. That's what's up. That is what's up.
Okay. I think let me share a different clip because I feel like this, unless there's more. Actually, let me play it a little bit and see if there's more.
For Will. Yo, this shot's for Will.
Ain't he fine though?
So look, I'm gonna tell you. I saw you earlier. I was like, stay here. But
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about this. They do look good together, but I don't really think it's going anywhere. Now, the bit I really want to talk about, you guys, is this guy right here. This guy has some serious problems. This man has multiple babies with multiple baby mamas. That is a problem. And he's looking like he does not really want to be in this experience. I'm surprised. Okay, maybe I don't want to jump the gun, but I'm surprised he didn't get voted out. He should have been gone. Like, what is he doing in this experience? But I'm going to play it for you guys and then we'll talk about it.
Experience been so far. How did you feel with us new guys coming in? Was it needed? Was it necessary?
It was a pleasant surprise.
Okay.
Yeah, new faces are always good. No,
Yeah.
I have a thing for chocolate man with a beard. So as soon as I seen you, I was like, he is gorgeous. You're beautiful.
I do have to agree with her. He is gorgeous. Yeah. So I hear you, sis. We hear you loud and clear.
Oh, thank
No,
you.
like seriously.
Trying to have me blushing over here. You're beautiful. I'm trying to keep up with you.
What is happiness to you? Happiness to me is just doing the things that's fulfilling for me and not for nobody else. I think for the longest, I put myself on the back burner. Like I lost myself trying to fit in and be a people pleaser.
Do you
I have to pause it right there. A lot of people lose themselves trying to be a people pleaser. Like one thing that is so important in this life is don't become a people pleaser. And if you are a people pleaser, figure out a way to get out of that. The problem with people pleasing is you end up doing things that inconvenience you, things that you don't want to do, things that you hate doing just because you want to please everyone else. And it's like everyone else takes the front. They literally take the first and the best of you. And then you don't even give yourself that best. You don't even give yourself the privilege to experience yourself on that level because you're constantly pleasing other people. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. So my thing is like, when it comes to people pleasing, I don't care who it is. I feel like it is a bondage that I think people need to get out of. And as individuals, you need to learn how to say no. You need to learn how to push back on things that are not good for you. There is nothing as bad as being out here, doing things that you don't want to do just because you are a people pleaser. Nobody likes a people pleaser. People love a people pleaser, but then you end up not liking yourself. So yes, the world might like you. People will be out here, sort of appreciating the fact that you keep doing stuff for them. But at the same time, you will not appreciate that because you're not getting the stuff that you need to be doing for yourself. So if you're a people pleaser, I would say give it up. Practice having boundaries. And the good thing about it is once you start having boundaries, you'll know the people who love you for you or who love you for what you bring to them. The other thing about people pleasing is sometimes you end up becoming a fake person because even though you're doing all these things to please people, you don't like it, you hate it. And so then you end up talking bad about the people that you're doing these so-called things for, just because you cannot speak up for yourself. So that is what I would say. And then let's keep on watching.
You know where I learned to say the word no from? Oprah. She was like, no is a complete sentence. And I never, it was like, I was like, is she talking to me?
Yeah, honestly, the art of saying no is so important. Say no. Practice it in the mirror before somebody brings anything. Like, say no. Say no. And don't feel like you always have to explain yourself. No is enough. No, I don't want to do that. No, this is not really what I would like to pour my efforts into. No, I can't do this right now, but hopefully maybe I can sort this out for you later. Learn to say no. Learn to speak up for yourself. That's it. All right, let's keep watching.
So how do you feel as far as like when it comes to relationships?
I'm a super loyal person. Like like I'm the only child.
Me too.
You know, yeah. So I grew up like loving my space.
Okay.
So when I bring somebody around me, it's like we dug in.
Okay.
You know what's interesting about these two? She's always saying, "Oh, that's my man, that's my man," but I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but I really do not feel that. I just don't feel that vibe between them. Do you guys see chemistry between these two people? AA says, say no to people pleasing. Hallelujah. I completely agree with that. You guys know my stance on this. I've just said that. But seriously, what do you guys think of these two? I really do not see a chemistry between them. I just feel like they're just getting along to get along. Please hit that like button as you come in.
Okay, so you relationshipy lover boy. I like lover boys because I'm a lover girl.
You a lover girl?
Yeah.
You like the fairy tale?
So yeah,
Got
I
the
am the
fairy tale.
princess,
Right.
and so I'm speaking it into fruition.
Right. Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know like it seems like they're interacting and stuff, but there is something I am just not feeling their connection. I personally don't really think it's genuine. I think that I don't really think that she's attracted to him. Cuz I'm just like, see how far away she's seated from him. I just don't think like that's something you do if you're attracted to somebody. So I don't know. For some reason, I'm not seeing the connection. I think that maybe she is used to dating certain type of men, that she's trying to try a nice guy, in quotation marks. But I don't really see anything between them, if I'm being completely honest. But let me know what you guys think in the chat.
She definitely gave me that baddie vibe, that you want to be courted a certain way. And you know, I got that in me.
So what's your love language?
Physical touch. Like you gotta be on me. Like don't be all the way over there. Like right now we kind of too far away.
Yep. Look at her face. Look at her face. Like, is that I'm just like, when you like somebody, you want to be up under them, even if physical touch is not your thing. Like, so for me, I just don't understand why she's sitting so far away. I genuinely don't think she sees it for him like that. I just think that she's just there like, okay, let's just see what it is.
Okay,
you know
well,
I mean?
here we
Yeah,
go.
like
My foot is on.
like that's how like, you know what I mean? That,
but it's cool. Like I'm not gonna
What?
say I don't want a foot rub, so it's okay.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm just like, you've had your socks all day, it looks dirty, and you want a foot rub. I'm not being funny, but now is not the time, babes.
Cool.
I'm so glad I got you here with me. I am definitely looking for a husband. And I am, of course, feeling Jay. He just knows what's in front of him. I feel like he appreciates me as a woman. So to be completely honest, I don't know what someone can do to come in between me and Jay. I can be me.
She says that. I don't know, maybe she's just awkward on camera. She says that in her confessionals, and she's smiling from ear to ear, but I don't really see that vibe between them. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. We're talking about the Ready to Love Season 10, Episode 3, and I'm just sharing some clips whilst we talk about it. So yeah, I personally just don't see that attraction between them. It's just given, I don't know. Even though she's like, yeah, he's my man, my man, my man. But I don't know, I'd have expected a little bit more. That said, it is still new. So maybe at the time the confessionals were filmed, they were already like, they had moved forward in their relationship. So maybe perhaps that is what it is.
you know, I like you. I really like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be around you.
When I'm with you, I can be me. Because he's like, oh, I really like you. And then her face is just like, okay, okay. So I'm just like, okay, if you're really feeling him too, you'd be like, I like you too. So I don't feel like she was really feeling him at this stage, at least. Maybe by the time the confessionals were filmed, maybe at that stage she was. But for now, I don't believe she was really feeling him.
So how's your experience been so far? How did you feel with us new guys coming in? Was it needed? Was it necessary?
It was a pleasant surprise.
Okay.
Yeah, new faces are always good. No,
Yeah,
I have a thing for chocolate man with a beard. So as soon as I seen you, I was like, he is gorgeous. You're beautiful.
Whole thing.
Oh yeah, so it was replaying again. Sorry about that. I almost confused myself. Let's see.
So the assignment for this week was asking what are your qualities that you look for. So I don't know if everybody at this table know that I've been married before.
Before that, I wanted to have a quick talk about the guy with the braids on his head. Now, here's the thing I hated about the whole dating somebody and or collecting your number, right? So you're in a group with a bunch of ladies. If you're going to collect anybody's number, make sure you know for a fact this is the one or these are the people you are trying to pursue. You shouldn't be collecting numbers of people that you are not interested in. Because what then happens is the girlies talk and then they're going to be talking about how you collected their numbers and didn't even use it. Women hate that ish. And it's understandable because it gives them the impression that you're interested only for you to then turn around and not even bother calling or texting. People don't like that. People are not interested in men that do that. Well, a lot of women are not. So if you're going to collect somebody's telephone number and you're in a show like this, you better use the number. Use the number. I'm sure if you're coming on a reality TV show, you should have watched some episodes. And if you didn't watch some episodes, that's on you. There is like, what, 9 seasons already out in the past? You had so many seasons to choose from. You could have just chosen a few clips from, or even just watch one season. And you'd have known everything you need to know about it. But you chose not to do that. That's on you, in my opinion. So that's on you. You have no one to blame but yourself. So imagine getting evicted or removed from the show because you couldn't just pick up your phone to text the people you took their numbers. Like, what are we still doing in this day and age that you're collecting people's number with no intentions of using it? Anyway, with that being said, because that irritated me, let's watch the clip and we'll talk more.
And my husband paid for everything.
Same.
Like, I woke up and it was just like, what am I going to do today? That's a life that I do not dream up or I want anymore.
Wow.
Same.
But within that, though, you don't have like personal hobbies that you could have been
Like,
doing?
I didn't, he wouldn't let me do nothing.
Oh, that's wild.
At 23, love, I guess, wasn't the most important thing. Stability was. But now, being at the age that I am, I believe I'm mature and I think that I'm ready to really give someone everything that they really deserve.
The qualities I'm looking for in a woman is like basically a partner in crime, somebody that's very understanding.
I'm gonna pause it there. In my experience, when men lead with, I'm looking for a woman that is very understanding, that's because they are looking to take you through the ringer. They are looking to put you through some madness. Because I'm not being funny. Why do you need them to be understanding of what exactly? So the fact that that was his first thing, it's never a good sign in my opinion. Now, I do appreciate that he cleaned it up a little bit in the end, but I still think the fact that that is a thing for you and that is how you want to be like, oh yeah, no, I don't. I personally, I'm not being funny. I just always think when somebody says I want an understanding partner and that's what they lead with, they're usually someone of bad character that will actually put you through the ringer. This is just from hearing people's experiences. This is from talking to people. This is from even like, let me think. Have I had any personal experiences of understanding? No. But what I've had in the past is people saying things like, "Oh, this is what I want." "Oh, I can't stand this," but then being the exact thing that they say that they cannot stand. Like, for instance, talking to somebody one time he kept going on about how he doesn't like people that don't have accountability, and he hates when women lack accountability. And it's so funny how just talking to him, we didn't even date, but just talking to him, after a few moments, I realized, wow, you're the one that does not have accountability, but somehow you're projecting that on other people. So I always say, be what it is that you are looking for. So if you say you want somebody to be understanding, you better be an understanding person as well. Now, I do appreciate he tried to clean up the understanding point, but let's keep watching.
I'll do my best to try not to bring work home, but some days I'm going to be stressed. And somebody that just be really open with.
Solid.
Thank you for sharing.
I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I've been writing about it.
You journal about it.
Yeah, I started journaling in 2015.
Journaling is like a form of therapy.
It for sure is. Yeah, it for sure is. This helped me out a lot. So I feel like a lot of times we know what we want or what we're looking in someone else, but we can't really always answer the question of what we bring to the table.
Right.
Okay, he said most of the times we know what we want. And this is the thing. I feel like sometimes women always think like, "Oh, he doesn't know what he wants," or "I need to help him," or men know what they want. They may not want you, but they know what they want. Okay? But let's keep watching.
I'm like super loyal. You're going to feel the love. You're going to feel the support. I got a younger brother. He's 28. And he's been married 5 years now. And he has a kid. I have a little nephew. And he just holding it down. Yo, it's nice to see bros lean in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's like fully engulfed in it. And he loves it. And like his family's happy. Everything's tight. 100.
Oh, look at her getting emotional. Let's see what it's about. Now, first of all, I hate this guy's bang. I don't get it. Like, as a woman who has locks, I just do not get it. I don't know what that is. Like, it just does not look right. But yeah.
What's wrong, my love? Come on. Tell me. I seen it. Today's my brother's birthday.
Now, I will say, the guy with the bangs may not have enough just fashion sense and like good sense to not have that bangs on his head, but at least he has emotional intelligence enough to know to give her some comfort in that. He rubbed her back, which was really sweet. And the others as well, if you look at how everyone is looking, you can tell that everyone is really trying to support her in that moment. So regardless, I appreciated them actually trying to support her in that moment.
Oh,
but he's not with us anymore.
My brother, he was in a motorcycle accident in the Philippines. And when my brother passed away, that changed everything about my life. He's my favorite person in the world. He's my shining star.
And so like every year for his birthday, I normally try to do like something special or that will make him proud.
You sure not making him proud now?
Yes.
I really love how they rallied around her. I will also say I really felt like she was an airhead, but I like that she is opening up now, because the person we saw on the previous episode was not it. So I'm just happy for her that she is opening up, because I think it's important. If you're going to be on a show like this, you need to open up, you need to be transparent. And I love that she talks about her brother. And I loved how everyone here actually genuinely gave her some support. There is nothing as good as when you're going through, where you're emotional, you have people around you that can rally around you and give you the support you need in that moment. So shout out to all of them. They actually did that collectively.
You are. Can we toast to him?
For
Let's
sure.
toast to his name. What's his name? Jason.
And I loved how that lady, I can't remember what her name is. Is it Nicole? Yeah, I can't remember. But I just love how she was like, let's toast to her. Let's toast to her. Let's toast to him. Sorry. Let's toast to him. Because the thing about it is, you see how she smiled? Honestly, there is nothing as heartwarming as just being able to like look over and think back to a death and be able to like eventually like smile about it. So yeah, I know she's still going through a lot, you can tell, but at least she's able to like, there's a bright moment in between all of that chaos.
Come on, Jason, you hear us?
Hey,
Cheers to
Dr.
Jason.
Jason for real. And he is proud because you out here carrying yourself like a queen.
Yes, you are.
Wow. I love, 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 love the reassurance they gave her in this moment. You're over here carrying yourself like a queen. Like, even if she ain't, the fact that they can say that to her in that moment, I thought was a very, very beautiful moment. Guys, for those of you who are just joining in, hit that like button as you guys come in. I really appreciate you hanging with us today. All right, let's keep going.
I'm happy that you got this out.
No, I love hearing about like other people and like having good relationships with like their families and their brothers. And like that was like one of the reasons why I felt connected to you, because I know you lost your dad. It just never gets easier.
Coley, she did get emotional. I felt for her because I lost my dad at the age of 7. It was pretty rough. So I understand how you get a little soft sometimes. So for me, I feel like it made the connection stronger. That's one of my reasons why I go so hard. I'm like self-made because I got like an image of what he was.
Your dad.
But I go hard.
Same thing with my brother. Yeah.
I think this is a really good vibe.
No.
Yep, I agree. This is a really good vibe. And I love how they did not edit that out of the show, because I know I've heard things about Ready to Love and how they be editing things. So I'm appreciative that they left this awesome. It was a very wholesome moment. I love that they kept this in and did not edit it out of the show. So shout out to On.
I needed this. Oh, you guys are dope. Like I'm happy that Tommy gave me a second chance to like meet you guys. I've been super vulnerable and I'm trying something different here.
And it's working, baby girl. It's working because these group of guys seem to like you better than the first group. So it is working. And I feel like if you open up a little bit more, we, the audience, may like you too. Because like now when I see you talk about something else other than someone being kind and tall, I'm also interested in getting to know a little bit more about you. So I love that she opened up and was vulnerable in this moment. It couldn't have been easy to be vulnerable in that moment. But I loved how every single person rallied around her. Like the guys did what they needed to do. You know how sometimes you feel like some men are not empathetic and not emotionally intelligent? These two men right here, they did what they needed to do. And I love the balance that the other lady brought to the conversation as well, and how she tried to make light of the situation at the end. So I think that was really, really beautiful. Excuse me, a very wholesome moment. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. So I'm really hopeful that maybe my match is here after all.
All right, y'all take it easy.
All right, Coley, hold it down, man.
Yes, gonna learn more and connect.
You bring your ex over here because we're not doing this.
I wanted to.
Okay, first of all, Mama, I know she's laughing and being like, bring your A over here, da da da, but it ain't cool. You don't speak to anybody like that. Why are you out here in this man's face trying to point and like, ha 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 ha? It's not the vibe. Especially if you want to be out here resting in your femininity. This is very much given like masculine vibes. Like, I want to come over here, let me check you about something. And this man ain't even your man. Like, why are you so pressed? So yeah, I will play the clip for you guys, but you guys already know I'm not feeling the way this whole conversation is about to go down. And why is this conversation even being had?
To talk to Wayne without everyone else, just to check in to see where we are. I felt like we need to clear the air because I'm thinking maybe I need to move on.
That was tight. I had a good time.
It was.
Thank you so much for organizing. That was hella dope.
Yeah. So we're good, right?
For sure.
Interesting. You pull him to the side and then you're like, we're good. Yeah, for sure. Like, what are we doing? You pulled him to the side like you were going to check him, and then you start the conversation is with, we're good. You're clearly not good. So, like, what is that about? Like, how about you talk about your grievances? Anyway, let's get into it. Hit that like button as you guys come in. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And for those who would be listening later, replay gang, thank you very much. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already.
Okay. I don't have no ill intentions or ill will or nothing like that. Like, I'm good.
I understand.
However, if you do have a connection with me, I would want you to really pursue that.
First of all, if a man had a connection with you will never have to tell him to pursue his connection with you. Men tend to naturally be hunters when they want you. They tend to want to go out of their way if they want you. They tend to go out wanting to talk to you, wanting to take you on dates, wanting to be all up in your space. So the fact that he's not doing all of these things should let you know this man ain't into you. So why do you even feel like you need to have the conversation to check him about whether or not he's into you? He's clearly not into you. In the words of Judge Lintola, never ever let a man tell you that he don't want you. Okay? Never let him have to tell you more than once that he does not want you. This man has told you in multiple ways. He took your phone number and he did not use it. That is the big thing. The second time, you bring it up and this man laughs about it and trivializes it. That is a man that ain't into you. He could have said, oh, straight away, I'm so sorry. I took your number. Here's what happened. I will make it up to you. You would never have to have this conversation with me again. The fact that he didn't do that should let you know this man is not into you. He ain't into it. He ain't into you in any way. As a woman, you shouldn't have to be having conversations with a man telling him to pursue you. It's embarrassing. Like, sis, if he didn't call you, he didn't call you. You could have said, oh, when he like tries to talk to you later and you're like, well, I thought you were interested. You know, I gave you my number. You didn't call me back. Or you didn't hit me up. She could have said that in a casual, light-hearted manner. But she didn't. Instead, she pulled him like she wanted to school him. Now, was he wrong for taking her number and not using it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't take people's numbers if you're not going to use it to reach out to them at all. However, I think she was hella wrong having to pull him to the side to beg him or force him to try to get him to pursue you. He's clearly not that into you. Okay? Take it. Like, he's clearly not that into you. You need to ignore and focus on other connections. That's why you have multiple opportunities in this process. So instead of thinking of what was and thinking, oh, maybe I need to go, that's what you should be doing. Women need to understand that men's inactions or actions show you exactly how they feel about you. If they're loving on you, they will be showing that, they will be expressing that. The fact that they're not doing that tells you they're not feeling you, they're not really into you, and that is okay. No need to have another conversation saying, oh, please call me. That's ridiculous. Hi, Patricia. Hello, hello. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. Yeah. So you shouldn't have to force any man to pursue you. Please hit that like button, everyone, as you come in, and subscribe if you haven't already. My thing, you should never have to force a man, never, ever, ever, to pursue you. I remember one time I was talking to somebody, and this man tells me, so I noticed from his actions that he wasn't really pursuing me as much as I felt like he should be, right? So I didn't say anything. I just moved accordingly. You're not pursuing me, I'm not going to be giving you time of the day. I'm not going to really be putting effort into whatever the connection is, because your lack of pursuit of me tells me everything that I need to know. So then he says to me, oh, well, eventually he says to me, he feels like I don't pursue him. And I was like, what? I said, no, no, no. I do not pursue men. I date men who pursue me. So if you want a woman that will pursue you, then I'm not the one for you. And that was when the conversation, we're just talking, that's when it ended. Because there's no way I'm going to be dating somebody who I have to be forcing to pursue me. So, ladies, you don't have to put up with that nonsense. Let's keep watching.
I think it's flattering that Angie is so insistent on.
And look at this man. I'm not being funny. Look at him with his bang or bangs. And you feel like you, like, girl, I'm sorry. I would have been so ashamed to even have a conversation where I'm practically forcing this man with the bangs to call me ridiculous.
On getting to know me and me following up.
But if not, then I'm okay with that too. You know?
Okay.
Girl, if you were truly okay with it, you wouldn't have had the conversation. And this is where I feel like some people kid themselves. You clearly would not be okay with it, because why did you bring it up? You could have written that in your journal and left it at that. You didn't need to sit in front of this man to talk to him about how he isn't pursuing you. You wanted to do that. It was something that really hurt you and upset you, so you wanted to have the conversation. Yeah, I think women, we need to do better on that. We need to do better on that. Like, I've even had situations where women are saying to me, like, let's say, for instance, they've seen somebody around me. They're like, oh, why hasn't anything happened between you guys? And I'm just like, because he hasn't pursued me. If he wanted to pursue me, he would. So I don't think you guys need to be trying to get involved to mastercraft anything. The man is not pursuing me, he ain't that into me, and that is okay. And I think, like, as women, we need to get into that point, or get to that point where we're just like, I am not about to be pursuing no man that is not pursuing me, unless that's the kind of dynamic that I want. If I want dynamic where I want to be the chaser and I want to be the hunter, then of course that's it. But I would never want that dynamic for myself. I want a more relaxed receiving dynamic, So of course I'm not going to be going after men I have to pursue. What the hell? Anyways, let's keep watching.
But after a few times making that request, I do wish that she would just give me the space to do it in my own time.
Did you hear it? After a few times of making that request, do you know how low your self-esteem has to be for you to be making a request multiple times for a man to pursue you? That is some serious business. And I feel, because I'm just like, imagine the man is not calling you, he has your number. Do you want to strong arm this person to call you? Like, what kind of madness is that? Like, why do you have to strong arm him? If he doesn't want to call you, he doesn't want to call you. Like, let's be honest, when you want to call your friends and talk to your friends, you find time. You pick up the phone, you call them. Not to talk of a man you're interested in or a woman you're interested in. So let's cut out the BS.
The choice is yours, but don't wait too long, because
how is the choice his? Why should the choice be his? This is stressing me out. Why should the choice be his? Now, guys, I want to ask you guys a genuine question, and I want you guys to put it in the chat. Do you guys believe that she should have had that conversation with this guy? Put it in the chat. I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think she should have had that conversation with this guy? Do you think she should have brought it up that he wasn't calling her? Let me know in the chat, because to me, I'm just like, it doesn't make any sense. Why? Why would you bring this up? Personally, to me. But maybe I'm bugging. So let me know what you guys think in the chat. I personally think she should not have. There is nothing that needs to be said. She shouldn't have. His actions are already an indicator that he is not interested. And so I wish like women would not just think about and listen to what men say, but think about what they do not do. Literally think about it. What is it that they do not do? Beyond what they say, oh yeah, this, oh yeah, that. Now, what are they doing or what are they not doing? His actions have said it all. Yep. His actions are. If his actions are not a red flag for her, I don't know what will be. His actions have said loud and clear. It's like a massive banner. You know, like when you're driving and you see this massive billboard. Imagine the massive billboard saying, I am not interested in you. That is exactly what is happening here. Massive billboard saying, I'm not interested in you. Yet, she just does not want to allow or agree. It's ridiculous. So, let me see if there's a little bit more on this one.
There are decisions that have to be made.
Oh.
You see how she then put this because there are decisions that have to be made. Like, what are you threatening him? That's a little bit spicy, mama. And unnecessary. Unnecessary because he chose not to call you. Okay.
Oh. I appreciate you being direct.
He said, I appreciate you being direct. In his mind, he's like, but you ain't my type.
And I'll follow up as such.
All right, you better. Or I'm going to whoop your ass.
Oh, wait. Maybe I won't then.
You see, I always say this, right? When people make jokes, there is some truth in those jokes. So you see where it's like, oh, maybe I won't. If he knew that it was something that deep to you, he ain't gonna be joking about it. That man has no intentions of calling you. No intentions of pursuing nothing, sis. Read my lips. Well, you can't see my lips. Nothing. Let me see what the chat is saying. The chat of OMFG Reality TV. I don't like a man with braided bangs. Tell me about it. I don't even think it's braided. I think it's locks. Look at how they all lifted her up in that moment. Yes, I agree. Never remind or force a man to pursue you. I gotta like this one. He's not into you. Don't force it. Absolutely. This man is not interested. Someone said never, ever, ever bangs. Oh my goodness. That man is not interested. And I hope like whoever is listening today, pay attention. Never, ever, ever stay with a man who clearly don't be out here trying to beg a man to call you. Don't be out here trying to beg a man to talk to you. Nah, leave him. If he wants to talk to you, he knows your number. If he wants to pull up, he knows where to find you. So like don't fall for that. But anyways, let's see the ladies lounge.
Let's talk about these growing connections. Angie, we're gonna start with you.
My strongest connection is Eddie.
Angie is fine. She's actually really pretty.
He's very articulate. He listens. Like being heard is like the ultimate for me.
Eddie, I like.
To be fair, I feel like they have really pretty, good-looking people this season. There are a few that I'm like, but generally they all look generally good.
The way that he sees his future, I feel like it aligns a lot with the way that I see my future.
Rocky, your turn.
So Fritz stood out the most.
I don't know. The thing about Rocky that I feel is this. Like, I feel like Rocky's not really putting enough effort into her look. And I just wonder if it is a thing that she does just naturally, or like I just don't get it. Like, put in a little bit more effort to your look. It is weird. It is honestly weird. Really, really weird to me. I'm just like, put some effort into your look, mama. You're on TV.
He is a mama's boy, but I don't really have a problem with him being a mama's boy because you love your mom.
Yeah.
You know how to take care of your mom. You know how to take care of a woman.
That part.
Okay, that part.
Yeah, like Rocky said, he's doing his homework. He would definitely be a great guider and provider, especially spiritually. That's like so big for me.
Deanna?
Cisco, he was real fun, real open, like funny. Like I felt his energy.
Yeah.
Did you see Tay's face? Tay's face is like, leave my man Cisco alone. And Tay was not loving that the firefighter lady was like out here looking at Cisco.
My strongest connection is, of course, Jay.
The way she's smiling, it's like, do you know Jay somewhere? Like what is it about Jay, Mama? She is looking whooped, at least in the confessional.
I feel like he showed up for me. When our date was over, I'm like, oh my God, my car is on E. He was like, follow me to the gas station. He paid for my gas.
Okay, now we're talking. So she likes a provider, he's a provider. That's what it sounds like. Women, we love a provider. Like, let me be, even if she ain't about the money, we love a provider. We love a man that can problem solve. A man that, like, you know, it doesn't have to be about money, but let's say you're like, oh, I'm so stressed about this. Man just swoops in to try and figure out like what they can do to save you or to fix the issue. Like, women love it. We love it. Okay, so I understand where she's coming from.
He was like problem solver. And yeah, like, that's my man.
She's like, that's my man. Okay, girl. All right. She looks happy, so that's it.
Hey.
So Khalil was my bottom, and now he's one of my top. Our personalities just go.
Yeah, Khalil is a fine man as well. Like, he's a good-looking man.
Together, and like the conversation.
And the way he had her out here smiling, she was there like just smiling through it all. Her face was lighting up. Like, don't get me wrong, Tay is always smiling, but she was like smiling extra in this particular episode. She was like smiling. I'm like, okay, girl, you're really feeling this man, aren't you?
Conversation with Khalil's flow.
You see how things change?
Mm-hmm.
That's why the journey's important.
Yes.
Sahar.
Guys, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna just give y'all. I'm gonna just be honest. Something about Sahara does not do it for me. Something about her does not do it for me. I don't know what it is, but it just does not do it for me. Okay? But I don't know if it's just me. So maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm being extra. But yeah, something about Lil Mama does not do it for me. Also, why did I call her Little Mama? Lil Mama.
What's that? What is that? What is that?
Hussein, he has a little fun side. We can bounce off each other. And one thing about me is, like, if I like you, I'm gonna show you I like you.
Was this a nice, welcome flirtation?
It was.
Okay.
My strongest connection, I would say Hussein. I really liked our conversation. He's just very sure about himself.
I think skating actually made me like Hussein even more.
So skating actually made me like you more, funny enough. Because she actually looks like she could let her hair down a little bit. Yeah, she looks pretty while doing it, but she looks like she could let her hair down a little bit now. Mama, I like what you're giving. You're giving body, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. But the face, the makeup is just not doing it for me. The makeup is just not doing it. The neck ain't matching the face. And I know they give you guys bad lighting over there on Ready to Love. But the thing about that is because they give you guys such harsh lighting, you guys need to like do more of a softer beat to make sure you're looking all goddessy and bronzy and all that good stuff. And I would say less is more, Mama. Like, I'm sure she's a beautiful girl outside of all this makeup, but the makeup shade and everything is just not looking, it ain't looking good. Sorry. It's not looking good. I'm not even trying to be rude. It's not looking good. But I like that she was more vulnerable in this season, in this episode, rather.
Before the idea of a fall came, he already told me he was going to catch me. And so
that is very sweet. You see how all the ladies said, "Aw," because women, we love that level of like security. A man really showing you that, you know what, you can relax and no, things are not going to get out of hand. I'm going to take care of you. And I feel like it was very, very nice to see the ladies also like, yeah, sort of like, I guess, enjoy that moment with her as well.
So I just felt like it's really good to feel like somebody gets me, because I feel like I always catch everyone else.
I feel emotional energy from you right now. What's going on?
First of all, Tommy, good on you for picking that up, because sometimes some hosts just do not notice things. And I feel like if he didn't notice and ask, it wouldn't have been something that she may have necessarily volunteered. So good on Tommy for actually picking that up. Shout out to you, Tommy.
Because I lost a lot in my life. I've been broke twice. I've been homeless. So I just never forget people who support me, encourage me, because sometimes we don't always feel like we're 100%, and we need to be supported too.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I love that she was honest, because you know, sometimes people that have gone through a lot and have like moved on the other side, they tend to like forget that they went through a lot. Not necessarily in the sense that they literally forget, but the way they treat people, you can tell that they've forgotten. They're so far removed from what it felt like to be broke. The way they speak about people, the way they treat people, the way they relate with other people. And it's very refreshing to see her talk about these things in a way where she's like, that's her testimony. She is not ashamed of it. You know, looking at her now, people can be saying, oh, well, she looks like this now and things have been good for her. Why did she feel the need to say it? But at the same time, that's your testimony. That is where you came from. And look at you now. So I love the fact that she spoke on it. It allowed us to get to know her a little bit more. I feel like, honestly, I'm really, really excited to get to know a little bit more about her. I know from the first episode, a lot of us weren't really like knowing how to place her because she was talking so much about work. But it's interesting to see the more transparent, the more vulnerable side. And I hope that when she interacts with the men, that comes out a lot more so that she can stay a little bit longer on the show, at least for us to get to know her a little bit more.
So I want to make sure I experience that.
Shawnee's emotion is good. It shows that you've worked through a lot to get to this point. You getting to the next level.
Oh, bless her. Bless her. Bless her.
And guess what? You feel so much better when you let it out.
I just wanted to be honest.
Yes. You see this makeup here for your confessionals, baby? Please keep it. I would love if you did that on the show itself. I would love if you did that on the show.
And transparent about being homeless, because that is my story. In order to find love.
She had a lot of the girls crying. She actually had some of the girls crying. And this is also very interesting, right? And I want to read this comment really quickly, because I feel like this comment actually low-key shows what I really wanted to say, right? This person is saying, I'm just glad this season isn't messy and they actually found some wholesome people who is actually looking for love and not a quickie. Now, I will say it is going to be messy. We all know they always start wholesome. But I do agree with this comment by saying that, yes, a lot of them, there are some of them that you can tell are wholesome people. Excuse me. But there are some that are with the S, okay? And it is going to come out. It's only a matter of time.
You have to love yourself. So I'm just grateful that the vault was really a safe space for me to tell my truth.
Okay. I'm glad y'all experiencing that first spark with some of these men. But now, let's flip the script. What you...
Who are you not feeling? Okay. I feel like they should have sent the man that has 5 kids home. 5 kids, 3 baby mamas. Like, what would you be doing on the show? Seriously, why? Like, I cannot trust that this is not a pattern in your life. 3, and then it's like some of these women only have like maybe 1 child. So you mean to tell me you're going to then with someone who has 5 children? That's a lot of children. And it's not even with one person, it's with multiple people. So that's multiple broken families that he has created. So yeah, no, absolutely not. I would have been like, a victim, remove him now, please.
These fellas just can't seem to light your fire.
My least connection is Eddie. He was giving streets, he was giving city boy, he was giving F boy to me.
Rose.
My least connection is Wayne. After having a conversation with him at the brunch, he's looking for a girlfriend right now. What I'm looking for is marriage.
Okay, you're looking for a girlfriend. I don't know. Because coming on this kind of show, why would you come on this kind of show if you're looking for a girlfriend and not looking for actually something long term? I only say that because you can find a girlfriend on like Hinge, on all these dating apps. So why take the effort to come on a TV show to look for a girlfriend? Like, it just is not given. And even the way he said it, it wasn't even like he was saying he was really looking for a girlfriend as such. It was obvious like he wasn't looking for anything serious. So my thing is, why are you on the show? Find a different avenue to find what it is that you say you're looking for.
Wayne. So we exchanged numbers. He doesn't text, he doesn't call. And I got to thinking, like, this process is quick.
Yes.
So you got to kind of know what you want. You either want me or you don't. Like, which is it?
That triggered my memory that he got my number too. I just got my number too.
You see, that man was out here collecting numbers like infinity stones, honey. He was collecting the numbers that he had no intention of using. And my thing is, if you have watched the show before, which for me, I just feel like you're lazy and you're not doing your homework by not watching the show before you come on a show. But if you had watched the show before, you would have seen that people or men that ask for random people and all of the girlies' numbers don't tend to last that long. Women are territorial. I don't want it to be like you're for everybody and you're out here like I'm not special to you. So if a woman feels like they're not special, they're not going to be out here like rooting for you and, fighting for you. You're out here collecting numbers and you didn't call nobody. But see, the rest of the other women, they didn't even remember beforehand. They didn't even care about the fact that he didn't call.
Just forgot because he ain't text me.
When I first met Wayne, he was giving me the eyes, but I really feel like, where did he go? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened.
True.
Or does he have a girlfriend somewhere or some other person that he's actually interested in? And he's just using this to like while away time until the lady's ready for him. Because sometimes that happens where someone genuinely is not really feeding you as such, but he's like, oh, I'm just going to come here for the experience, enjoy myself, have a good time, hook up with some of the girlies, and then go back. So maybe that's what he's on.
Naeem, I had a little change of heart. He's not communicating with me, but he told me that I was one of his strongest connections.
Your strongest connection. He has your information. He has your number. Have you texted?
You see, these no action men, they are telling you they are not interested in you, or they are trying to condition you to accept terrible treatment. If he wanted to, he would. Okay?
Text him?
I texted him, hello.
Did we get a response on that?
He texts thumbs up.
Oh no, he didn't. Not he text thumbs up. Speaking of thumbs up, please hit that like button if you haven't already. Not him texting thumbs up. That man does not give a about you. He does not care about you at all. He did not even bother saying, hi, how are you? Nothing. He gave you a thumbs up. Good luck, sis.
No, kind of made me look at him different.
Yeah.
Francisco. I had time to speak with him at the brunch, and it was like pulling teeth. He just wasn't interested. And once I get that vibe from someone, it's like, okay, cool.
Deanna?
Well, Cam, he's also a firefighter. I don't date other firefighters.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't think she was feeling him at all. I think she tried to sun him a little bit. Her energy towards him was strong, and he could not, like, his energy could not overpower that. And I think she's a strong woman. She comes across very independent, very masculine sometimes. But the thing with women that project that way, they can actually be soft, but they can only be soft for a man who is equally as masculine and even more overpowering in his masculinity and who has a strong presence. That's why she seemed to like Francisco, because Francisco visually already has a more stronger presence, and the way he talks is a more stronger presence than this lady, than this man over here.
I feel like in conversation with Kim, I still come out empty.
It was just very surface level. Him at the fire station, him kicking it with the boys, it just wasn't there.
Cam, I was just like, so what we gonna do? We going on a date or not? He was like, I was like, did I scare this man? He can't handle me.
All right. Of course, this has been revealing, but now it's time to take this knowledge and move forward. I want you to take these gentlemen out on dates.
Okay, so you guys know how that goes. Take the guys on dates, vote them off. I'm looking at the comments to see if there's anything good. Yep, I'm trying to understand how the guy with the 5 kids isn't a red flag because, sis, this is what I'm trying to figure out as well. 5 kids, like how? Why? And you kept creating them. Multiple baby mamas. It's not one person. It's not 2. You kept creating them and creating them. You don't care about, creating broken families and having, your family in one household. You are just spreading your seed wherever, really. And that is terrible. There's nothing as off-putting as that, in my opinion. Nothing as off-putting as that. I feel like the right person got eliminated, if I'm being completely honest. Because he wasn't really here for the girlies. I think he was just here to vibe out. And I love that they caught onto it and removed him before he could be out here playing games with them. But anyways, that is all I want to talk to you guys about today. Please hit that like button. I am going to be going live again shortly to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. So, excuse me. Excuse me. It's all that random things that I've been drinking all day. So yeah, you guys, please hit that like button if you haven't already. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And like I said, I'll be going live in about maybe 40 minutes again to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. So make sure you join that live as well. I need to grab something to eat. I have not eaten since breakfast, and it is like evening for me. So I need to get something to eat first quickly and then get ready for Potomac, and then we can kick it shortly. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging with me. I know we're still really new to Ready to Love, but yeah, thanks for hanging with me, and I'll see you guys in the next live. Thank you. Bye.